Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Prince. You're watching Cook It Up. Today we're going to be doing a special crab dip recipe with freshly caught crab from the beach. A friend of mine gave me this super dank crab recipe, but every time I wanted to make it, I can't find it. I always lose it. The good news is I don't have to worry about losing it no more. The recipe is going to be in the description below. We went crabbing the night before, but it was way too dark to film and there was a ton of action. We caught a lot of dinks, but luckily we were able to come up with some keepers. And I don't know what's been going on lately, but my boy broke his reel after his first cast. We took turns on my setup, but I've had some gear break too. Luckily everything worked out and I got to take home 2 beautiful Dungeness crabs. Let's get these bad boys cleaned up and make some crab dip.
Oh yeah, check it out, fools. Yeah, boy. 2 keepers tonight. What's up?
This is always the hardest part. And that's cleaning the crabs, popping the heads, removing the guts, and making sure you have a nice clean product. I think people tend to forget, but this step is a part of all the food that we eat. Thank you, Krabby. Next, we're going to toss the clean crab into a steamer for about 10 minutes. If you don't have a steamer, you can always boil it. I just find steamed crab a little easier for separating crab meat. It cools faster and you don't have to deal with the running juices from boiling the crab. Now while the crab is in the steamer, you got some time to prep your other ingredients. There's only 2 ingredients you got to chop, your parsley and your shallots. Now when you're chopping herbs, make sure you're actually chopping them. You're not just smushing your blade into the cutting board. If you see a whole bunch of green liquid on your cutting board, you're doing too much. Just lighten up a little bit and just chop. Shout out to Uncle Roger's YouTube channel on shallots. That guy swears by shallots over onions. I think there's different use cases for both, but I like shallots because they're convenient. Sometimes you don't need to use a whole onion, but you can definitely use a whole shallot. They're also nice for camping trips because they're smaller and lighter. Next, I'm going to be shredding the cheese. Remember, cheese is always better when it comes off the block. Even if it's Sargento, this stuff was just on sale when I was at Safeway. I feel like only block cheese gives off that natural cheese oil. Once the crab is done steaming, you know what's next. It's time to extract all the meat from all the crab legs. Our crab meat, baby. 1/4 stick of butter. Melt that baby down. You don't want your fire too high because you don't want the butter to burn. Butter and crab, just such a good combo. Now when it starts to foam up, that's when you know the butter's ready. We can go ahead and put in our shallots. And I'm going to put in a little bit at a time. You're essentially poaching it until it becomes translucent. It's basically shallot butter right now. And remember, this is going to go in the oven still, but this smells amazing already. Alright, we're going to put the parsley in now. Some fresh herb. You know what? This is my touch. But if you have a little bit of lime, just a squeeze. If you have a zester, go ahead and zest. Put some lemon zest in there. Helps freshen up seafood, you know? This is salt, pepper, coriander, and smoked paprika. This stuff, if you think paprika doesn't have any flavor, go get yourself some smoked paprika. Alright, once you start mixing that together, you're going to smell something amazing. Oh yeah, it's making me drool already. And the salt's going to also help break down some of the shallots. Now you can definitely tell that it's starting to get translucent. Next thing I want to put in is the good old Philadelphia cream cheese, baby. It's going to take some time for it to get up to temp, and it helps if you break it up before you pop it in. You're cooking all this ooey gooey deliciousness, and then you bake it, and what happens to the dish is the crab meat and the crab flavor starts to permeate throughout the whole dish, even though you don't even have to use a lot of crab, and then it just starts smelling amazing. So here we go. You got all your cream cheese nice and stirred up in there. Just gonna put in about half of this cheese. That's Monterey Jack. Your classic Hellmann's mayo. Notice I said Hellmann's mayo. It just slipped out. Back east we have Hellmann's. Out west we got Best Foods. When I first got out here, I was like, why did Best Foods jack the entire Hellmann's brand? Like their whole brand. Turns out they're the same company. Now that everything is nice and gooey, it's time to mix in the Dungeness crab. Alright, now watch this dip waterfall out of the pot. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't think it gets any better than that. And now we're topping it off with the rest of the Monterey Jack cheese. Now we're gonna stick this into the oven for about 20 minutes at 375 degrees, or until it's golden brown. In the meantime, I'm getting my baguettes ready. Getting a little fancy with this thing, man. This one's got poppy seeds and fennel on top. It comes out of the oven like a soft Gardetto. If you don't got baguettes or you don't like baguettes, you can use anything you want. You can use tortilla chips, bread, crackers, whatever you want for this thing, man. I think as long as you can dip it, you're ready to go. Look at that, boy. We're gonna garnish it with a little bit more fresh parsley. We're gonna plate up our bread. There's only one thing left to do. Let's taste it. There's a piece of crab right here. Right on top. See if we can get a crunch. Oh boy. That's dangerous. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. Cook it up.